Welcome to Question Bank. So this is the second part of the solution NLC GET Electrical Engineering 2020. So first for question number 41, the sampling frequency of analog signal x of t is equal to 4 sin 3 pi t plus 2 cos 50 pi t should be. So here we have to find out what is the maximum frequency. So here 300 pi t. So here omega t means 2 pi f t, and here f is 2 pi t is equal to 2 pi 300 pi. So here f is equal to 15, which is 150, which is the maximum frequency. So according to the sampling theorem, sampling frequency should be greater than 2 times that of maximum frequency so that it can be recovered back. So it should be, so sampling frequency should be greater than 300 Hz. So here answer is greater than 300 Hz. Identify the correct statements from the list given below. So here first statement, a Scott connection transformer, connected transformer, first statement is can do 3 phase to 2 phase conversion, can do 2 phase to 3 phase conversion, 2 phase to 4 phase, and 4 phase to 3 phase to 4 phase. So here actual the Scott connection is like this. So Scott connection can convert 3 phase to 2 phase. Here 1 phase and 2 phase in the output, and in case of input there are 3 phase. So it can convert 2 phase to 3 phase and 3 phase to 2 phase. So option 2 is correct. Next question is, in hot wire instrument the deflection is, this is directly proportional to I square, because the hot wire instrument the deflection depends upon the expansion of wire, and expansion is due to the heating effect of wire, and heating effect we know that heating in a wire is due to the resistance, and the current can be related to the heat like I square R T. So heat energy is equal to I square R T. So here theta will be dependent upon heat and theta will be dependent upon I square. So next question, question number 44. Find the average load voltage of the rectifier circuit if the device is switched on at alpha angle. So here this is directly given that it has asked to write the formula. So this is single phase half wave controlled rectifier with R load. Simple. So average load will be, average load formula is average load V0 is equal to Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. Sorry for the this because this is not actually visible correctly. So this is Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. So now here Vm is given to be maximum value of source voltage. So if we convert to the RMS value, because in all the options the RMS values are given, so RMS value is Vm by root 2. So this will be and Vm will be Vrms into root 2. So I can replace Vm by root 2 into Vrms by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha. So this will be Vm by root 2 into pi 1 plus cos alpha. This is the answer. If asked for the RMS output value, then RMS output is given like RMS output. So here answer is this one. Correct. If asked for RMS output, output RMS is equal to Vm by 2 root pi. Pi minus alpha plus half into sine 2 alpha. This is the formula by half. So this will be Vrms by root over of 2 pi and rest is same to the power half. So this is for RMS if asked. So next question is the value of unit impulse function delta t for t is greater than 0 is 0. This is the definition says, because the delta t is like this. This is impulse function. Delta t is 1 for t is equal to 0, 0 unit impulse function. This is 1, t not equal to 0. And if only impulse function is given, then its value will be infinity at 0. So next question number 46. For given circuit breaker, identify the correct relation. And here we will discuss this one. So what is first? This is relating making capacity and symmetrical braking capacity. So what is braking capacity? Braking capacity is current in RMS value that a circuit breaker is capable of braking at given recovery volt and other specified conditions such as rate of rise of restriking voltage. So this is the braking capacity, and in common braking capacity is expressed in terms of MVA generally, because current is generally expressed in ampere, but generally in common they write it in MVA, because the rated service voltage V into braking current I, and for 3 phase this will be 3 VI. Because V is constant and we have to give the I value, they generally write it in MVA form, but actual form is ampere. So in India, actually the braking capacity is generally expressed in terms of symmetrical braking current or symmetrical braking capacity, and the making capacity is the peak value of current during first cycle of current wave after the closure of circuit breaker. So making capacity is equal to root 2 into symmetrical braking capacity into 1.8. 1.8 is the doubling effect of maximum asymmetry. So this will be equal to 2.55 into symmetrical braking capacity. So answer is given, correct answer. Next question is, which of the following is not true with respect to hot wire instrument? This is option A, they have very low power consumption. Option 2, they are unaffected by stray fields. Option 3, their readings are independent of waveform and frequency. Its deflection depends upon the RMS value of alternating current. They can be used on direct current also. So here option 2 is correct, because as there is no magnetic part, so this is unaffected by stray fields. Next option, their readings are independent of waveform and frequency. This is also true, because the value up to when the RMS value is constant, then this is independent of waveform and frequency. This should be considered. And next thing is, its deflection depends upon the RMS value of alternating current, but it can be used for DC current also. Yes, it can be used, because DC current also produces heat. So here option 1 is the answer. They have very low power consumption, because they have actually very high power consumption in terms of power consumption in comparison to the other instruments, because the current is converted to the heat, and due to the heat the wire is going to expand, and this will give the deflection. Next question is question number 48. A series LCR circuit is resonant at 100 kHz and has a quality factor of 50. The lower half power frequency is. This is given. So here, so what is half power frequency? Frequency at which the power consumption by the circuit becomes half is called half power frequency. So at resonance, suppose I am explaining here, suppose this one is resonant frequency, I am writing it to be F naught, and this is the suppose current value, and this is I maximum, I max, because at resonant frequency maximum current flows. So at resonance I max will be equal to, at resonance power will be equal to I max square R. This is the resonance, power at resonance. So what will be half power? Half power will be if I am writing to be P prime, this will be half. Half power means this will be half into I max square into R, and I can write it like I max by root 2 whole square R. That means we are getting half power at the current of 1 by root 2 times the maximum current. So this will be, suppose this is the maximum current, so this will be 1 by root 2 times the maximum current. So I max by root 2. So what is 1 by root 2? 1 by root 2 is 0.707. That means 70.7% of current. So at 70.7% of current we are getting half power. So this is called half power frequency. So in terms of decibel, what will be the term in terms of decibel? 20 log I max by root 2 by I max. So this will be 20 log 1 by root 2, and this is to be minus 3 dB. So this frequency is also called -3 dB frequency, -3 decibel frequency for or the half power frequency. This is also called. So its other name is cutoff frequency, because in case of filters we don't consider the values before and after that frequency, and this is called the lower cutoff frequency and this is called higher cutoff frequency. Similarly this is called the lower half power frequency and this is higher half power frequency. So here these are the extra things, and let's come back to the problem. And here given resonant frequency is 100 kilohertz and quality factor is 50. So what will be the bandwidth? Bandwidth will be resonant frequency by quality factor. So what is the quality factor? Quality factor is the sharpness. Quality factor is the parameter which expresses the sharpness of the peak for a resonating parameter. So here what will be the bandwidth? Bandwidth will be resonant frequency by quality factor. So this will be 100 kilohertz by the quality factor is 50. So this is 2 kilohertz. That means the difference between lower half power frequency and higher half power frequency is 2 kilohertz. And what will be the lower half power frequency? This will be 100 kilohertz minus half into 2 kilohertz. So this will be 99 kilohertz. So this is divided into two parts: before resonant frequency 1 kilohertz and after resonant frequency 1 kilohertz. So this is 99 kilohertz. So next question: for dash input, dash circuit produces dash output. This is, we have to match only the options. So step differentiator ramp, this is not correct. Step integrator ramp, this is correct. Ramp differentiator, this is not correct, and this is also not correct. Which of the two generalized constant of a transmission line are equal? So in case of transmission line, we generally use ABCD parameter or T parameter. As a transmission line is always considered to be a symmetrical circuit, the condition of symmetry, that is A is equal to D, is always followed. And here given that are equal, so A and D are equal. Here this is given, the graph represents signal defined as, this is first thing, this is exponential increasing. That means e to the power at, where a is positive. If a is negative, exponentially decreasing. So this is exponentially decreasing, where a value is negative. Next question is a boost chopper chops 3 volt DC voltage to produce an average output of 18 volt. The duty ratio is, what is the duty ratio? So this is V output. As this is a boost chopper, already given an answer about the boost chopper. So this is Vs by 1 minus alpha, and this will be 18, this will be, output is 18 is equal to Vs is 3 by 1 minus alpha. We have to find out alpha. So 1 minus alpha is equal to 3 by 18, that means 1 by 6, and this will be, alpha will be 1 minus 1 by 6, that means 5 by 6. Next question is, in synchronous machine, if pitch coil is r minus 1 by r fraction of full pitch, then actually in case of synchronous machine, to eliminate nth harmonic nth harmonic, we have to consider the pitch factor or the pitching angle to be alpha to be 180 degree by n, and at that angle beta will be equal to 180 into n minus 1 by n. What are alpha and beta? So here the answer is rth harmonic can be eliminated from the induced EMF phase. So what is alpha and beta? Suppose this one is one pole and this one is another pole, one pole and another pole. So and this one is one conductor and this one is another conductor. So this angle is totally 180 degree. So if short pitched, this is full pitched coil. If short pitched, what will happen? This will be like this. So this angle is beta and the rest angle is alpha. So this angle is beta and the short angle is called alpha. So next question is, which of the following combinations of three-phase transformer is rarely used due to harmonic consideration? So we will consider delta connection first. In delta connection third harmonic present in phase current but not exist in the line current. So delta connection only allows sinusoidal flux and voltage. That is, if either primary or secondary winding of the transformer is not delta, then tertiary winding is added and this will reduce the third harmonics. In case of star connections, the three-phase three-wire star connection suppresses the third harmonic only when the neutral current is 0. So for unbalanced loads, neutral current will never be 0. So in case of star connection, there will be the harmonics, third harmonics. But in four-wire connection, the third harmonic current flows in the neutral wire. So to avoid third harmonic in star-star connection, generally what we need a solid ground that should be provided, solid ground, and a tertiary delta connected tertiary winding. So we have to consider a delta winding in primary or in secondary to suppress that third harmonics. So if there is no delta winding, if the transformer is star-star, then we have to put a tertiary winding which is connected in star. So in question, which of the following combinations of the three-phase transformer is rarely used due to harmonic consideration? So rarely used is star-star, because in star-star connection we have to add another winding. Question number 55. The delay time for the system having unit step response Ct is equal to 1 minus e to the power minus 2t is. So what is the delay time? So here Ct is given that, and here this is a first order system. How this is a first order system? So here first thing, unit step response is given to be Ct is this much. So first thing, what is the delay time? Delay time is the time which the system takes to reach 50% of the final value. So final value is 1. So if the system is taking t time to reach 0.5, then t is the delay time. So we will equate this one 1 minus e to the power 1 minus e to the power minus 2t is equal to 0.5 and find out the t. This is the answer. So what will be this one? 0.5 is equal to e to the power minus 2t and ln 0.5 is equal to e to the power minus 2t. This will be ln half is equal to e to the power, sorry, this will be 2t minus 2t minus 2t. So here t will be calculated to be 0.3466 second. This is the answer. This is very easy, I have calculated. So first, why I am told that, I am telling that this is the first order system. First thing, here CS is equal to 1 by s minus 1 by, this is extra, and this is 2 by s into s plus 2, this one, and rs is given to be step response, so this is 1 by s. So what will be the transfer function? Transfer function is cs by rs, and this is coming to be 1 by, sorry, this is coming to be 2 by s plus 2. This is coming to be 2 by s plus 2. So in first order system, and it can be also represented like 1 by s by 2 plus 1. First order system, the transfer function is represented like 1 by st plus 1. So this is first order system. Here s has order 1. So this is first order system. And output of first order system is given 1 minus e to the power minus t by capital T. Here t is the time constant. So next question number 56. The output voltage waveform of the rectifier is shown in the following figure. The average output voltage is dash. So here this is the single phase half wave controlled rectifier output, and we have to direct apply the formula and get the answer. So what is the formula? V output is equal to Vm by 2 pi 1 plus cos alpha, already used in another problem. So the problems are repeated. So this is 240 by 2 pi 1 plus cos 30. So this is how 240 by 2 pi 1 plus root 3 by 2, and this its value is 71.277 volt. This is fine. If you don't know the formula, apply your common sense. If you don't know the formula, apply the common sense and find out the average voltage. So what will be the average value? From this to this is 1, sorry, not from this, from wave is like this, so up to this is 1 cycle, up to 2 pi this is cycle. So V output average will be 1 by 2 pi integration from, this is pi by 6 means 30 degree, to pi, because this is wave is present. So this is 240 sin theta d theta plus, this is pi to 2 pi, this is 0. So this will be 1 by 2 pi, this is 240 into minus cos theta pi by 6 pi, and this will be 240 by 2 pi cos pi by 6 minus cos pi. So this will be same 240 by pi cos 30 is root 3 by 2 minus of minus 1. So this will be 71.27 volt. So this is the answer. Next question, question number 57. Identify the false statements considering current transformer and potential transformer. Option A or option 1, there are a large number of turns on the primary winding. So this is true. In case of current transformer or potential transformer, there is always higher number of turns in one side. And option 2, both are power transformers. This is wrong. This is wrong. These are instrument transformers. Option 3 is both are instrument transformer. This is correct, and there are few turns on the secondary winding. This is also correct. Next question is question number 58. Identify the circuit based on the working principle. So this circuit is AC regulator. This is AC regulator directly. So identify the false statement. Speed of a DC motor can be controlled by the variation of angle. So here in case of DC motor, N is directly proportional to EB by phi. EB is the back EMF. EB by phi. So EB can be represented like V minus IA RA by phi. So what we can vary? So here we can vary phi, RA and IA RA. So three ways to control the speed of a DC motor. So first thing is control the variation field current. So if we vary the field current, then phi will be varied and N will be varied. And another thing is armature voltage. Armature voltage means IA RA. Armature voltage also can be varied to vary the speed. And last thing is to armature resistance to the armature circuit resistance. So these three options are correct. So option A is false, because we cannot control the speed of a DC motor with variation of angle of brush shift. So next question is question number 60. Match the list base load. So what are the base load? Base load is nuclear power plant is used generally base load, and peak load. All these are peak load. Next question is the truth value of fuzzy set are or is dash. So this answer also given by NLC is incorrect, because this is not either 0 or 1. This is point out this question also. The truth value always includes between 0 and 1 both inclusive. Between 0 and 1 both inclusive. Please search in Wikipedia. You can find this one. There is written clearly that the fuzzy set values can be both 0 and 1 both inclusive. If this is either 0 or 1, then this is not fuzzy. This is common logic, binary logic. So next question, a 3-phase induction motor synchronous speed is 1500 rpm. Then motor speed can never be equal to 1500 rpm, because at 1500 rpm there will be no relative speed, and if there is no relative speed, there will be no flux cutting and there will be no torque generation due to no EMF generation in the rotor. As there is no torque generation, the motor will not run. So induction motor never touch the synchronous speed. The sum of instantaneous power in a 3-phase system dash. This is always remains constant, always remains constant. Sum of instantaneous power in the three phase in a three phase system is remains constant, and this is given by 3 Vrms Irms cos phi. This is, but in case of the reactive power at any instant, the sum of reactive power at any instant, this is always equal to 0. Next question is question number 64. Power MOSFET is a voltage control device. If number of poles in a lap wound generator is quadrupled, then the generated EMF will dash. So this will remain same because EMF of DC, EMF equation of the DC generator is given by E is equal to phi ZNP by 60A. This is the formula, and here leave the rest of the parts. Here P is the number of poles, and A is the number of parallel paths. So in case of lap winding, P is always equal to A, and this will be cancelled out, and the EMF does not depends upon the number of poles and even the number of parallel paths. So if we change the number of poles, the voltage will always remain same in case of lap winding, but in case of wave wound generator, this A is always equal to 2. So if pole increases, then A is same value, so E will increase, EMF will increase. Next question is the SCR triggering method in which the junction temperature can be maintained at low value. This is gate triggering, because this is the legal triggering, means this is the proper way of triggering an SCR. Thermal triggering, di by dt triggering, dv by dt triggering leads to damage of that device. Which of the following invalid state in 8421 binary coded decimal? So what is binary code 8241 by binary coded decimal? This is BCD value, binary coded decimal, and generally the binary coded decimal values always represented in between 0 to 9 only. After that, if we represent any value, this will be invalid in 8421 binary coded decimal. So this is 1 in decimal, this is 1 in decimal, this is 4 in decimal, this is 8, but in decimal this is 14. So this is invalid. Next is, which of the following is false statement considering common collector amplifier? In case of common collector amplifier, first option 2, high input impedance, this is correct, because of high input impedance, generally the common collector amplifiers are used for the voltage buffer circuit. Option 3, low output impedance, this is also correct, low output impedance. And high current gain, why this is high current gain? Generally IE is equal to IC plus IB. Here IC is common, so IB is much smaller than IC, and so IB is much smaller than IE also, and here the current gain will be IE by IB. So this is high, this value is high. So first option is not correct, because this has very low gain, and gain is around 1, generally 0.99 or just like that. So that is why, as the voltage gain is generally 1, this is also called the voltage follower circuit. Next question is question number 69. Question number 69. This is the given circuit and the net inductance of the circuit is shown. This is L1 L2 plus 2M, because due to the dot convention the current flowing in the same direction and the flux produced are aiding each other. If n is equal to number of times voltage rating is increased, then the distributor design the conductor size reduces by dash. So here as voltage increased n times, so the current decreased by n times to transfer same amount of power, because power is equal to VI for unity power factor. So what will happen if current voltage increased n times, then current will decrease n times. And what we are considering here, the resistance of the line, and resistance is generally given as rho L by A, and here R resistance is inversely proportional to A, and A is directly proportional to R square, that is radius of the conductor square. So for constant resistance and heat loss, that is the power transfer, R will be decreased by n square times. So this is 1 by n square. Hollow conductor R and bundled conductor helps in dealing with dash. So this is generally hollow conductor are used in case of bus bars, and this is for hollow conductors are used for skin effect and also for corona, and the bundled conductor is generally used for corona effect. So here corona is the correct answer. So in case of both the conditions voltage gradient decreases, that is why the corona reduces. Next question is, an equipment has per unit impedance of 0.8 on a base of 50 MVA 66 kV. Its per unit impedance on the base of 100 MVA 33 kV will be. So this is also the repeated question. So Z per unit new is equal to Z per unit old into kV old by kV new square into MVA new by MVA old. So if we apply the formula, this will be 0.8 into 66 by 33 square into 100 by 50. So this will be 0.8 into 4 into 2. This is equal to 6.4. So answer is option 2. In clipper circuit, DC source is set to 0 voltage, then the circuit act like. So in common clipper circuit, this is like this. There is a diode and there is a DC source. So suppose this is the output full sine wave, and this will be like this. This will be like clipped in the positive half cycle. So if there is no E, this will be 0. That means this is short circuited. So what will happen? It will act as a rectifier, and this will be the whole positive half cycle will be gone, and there will be only negative half cycle. And this is applicable for all the clipper circuits. This is a very simple clipper circuit. 74. A voltage V is equal to 200 sine 3140 is applied to a single phase transformer winding in a no load test. The resulting current is found to be I is equal to 10 sine 314 t minus 60 degree. The core loss of the transformer is. So here in the open circuit test or no load test, the whole power is drawn is consumed as the core loss. So the active power loss can be given as Vrms into Irms cos phi. So what is the RMS value of voltage? 200 by root 2, and current is given 10 by root 2, and what is cos phi? This is cos 60 degree. So this will be 500 watt. Option 4. With usual notations used for dielectric, V is equal to A T square LQ. Actually this expression, mark this expression, this is actually given wrong. This is here given wrong. This is V is equal to A T to the power 2 by 3. A T to the power 2 by 2/3 power. Power of the T is 2/3, and this is called Bohr's law. This is called Bohr's law. And here T is the thickness and T is the thickness, V is the breakdown voltage. And this relation expresses the relation between the breakdown voltage and the thickness of the material, and A is a constant which depends upon the nature of material. Next question is 76. Hysteresis loop in electrical machine is typically given as, this is this one, Kh into B max to the power n into F, and here n is equal to 1.6. If asked for eddy current loss is generally given x into F square B max square, and what is x? X is equal to Ke into Kf square. This is two constant square. So next question is question number 77. Two identical coils A and B of 1000 tons each lie in parallel plane that such 90% of flux produced by one coil, 90% of flux produced by one coil links with other. If current of 5 ampere flowing in A produces a flux of 0.05 milliweber, then find the coefficient of coupling between coil and actually this is asking for coefficient of coupling, and already given 90% of flux produced by one coil links the other coil. So this is directly 0.9, that is 90% as given already. So for given 3-phase induction motor, stator output minus gross rotor output. So this is stator output means the air gap power or the rotor input power, and gross rotor output means PGMD. I have already explained. So PRI minus PGMD is rotor loss. Rotor loss has rotor core loss and rotor copper loss. Because the core loss is dependent upon the frequency, and the frequency generated in the rotor circuit is very low in terms of 1 or 2 Hz. This is why core loss is generally neglected in case of rotor of induction motor. So this is rotor copper loss. 79. In a power system there are 50 buses, slack bus is equal to 1, generator bus is equal to 8, load bus is equal to 41. By Newton-Raphson method, the size of Jacobian matrix is dash. So this is the question, and here we can apply the formula, 2n minus ng minus 2. So what is 2n? 2 into total number of buses, that is 50, minus 8 is the generator bus, minus 2. So this is coming to be 100 minus 10, this is 90. So this is 90 cross 90. Somewhere you will also find the formula like this. The Jacobian matrix n plus nl minus 1, also n is the total number, nl is the load bus, and minus 1. And also you will find 2nl plus ng minus 1. This is also a formula, but this formula are not considering the slack bus. So this formula is also correct, but this is the actual formula. I have attached the photo here. This one is the cut out of the page of Stevenson and Granger, a standard book of power system, and here this is written that in general case, if there are ng voltage controlled bus, that is generator bus, besides the slack bus, a row and column of each such bus is omitted from the polar form of the system Jacobian, which then 2n minus ng minus 2. This is the formula, and 2n minus ng minus 2 columns consist with, this is the formula, and this is from Stevenson Granger. So here answer is 90 cross 90, and if you will apply this formula, this will be 89 cross 89, which is not present also in the options. In 3-phase power measurement by 2 wattmeter method, the 2 wattmeter read W1 is equal to 300 watt and W2 is equal to 300 watt. Then the load said to be. So here both the wattmeters are reading W 300 watt, that is same. So real power will be W1 plus W2, that is 600 watt, and Q will be root 3 into W1 minus W2, which is equal to 0. So tan theta will be Q by P. So this will be 0 and theta will be 0. That means cos theta will be cos 0 is equal to 1. That means unit power factor. So this is the end of the 80 questions of NLC GET electrical engineering exam, which was conducted on 17th February 2020. And thank you for watching up to here.